Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking at Prognosis Death. It's a set collection game where you're all doctors trying to cure a patient, or maybe you're trying the different strategy and hoping the patient dies. Yeah, so if the patient dies, all your card numbers are added up and the one with the highest number will win, but if the patient gets discharged, the lowest numbers in your hand will win. Let's go down and see how this works. Art itself is very charming, and whoa, look at this! Free worldwide shipping, peeps! Now, isn't that interesting? Free shipping. St. Muerta Hospital. This is the Saint Death. Is there a Saint Death? St. Muerta? What's this? It says time 10 minutes to 30 minutes, so you could definitely play this in a lunch hour. Small form. Potentially could, take it on holiday. And it's fairly simple to teach because you get a deck of hands, you get a deck of cards, and you're trying to collect these. You're either collecting the icon on the top left, so you could be collecting apples, or you are collecting a certain colour. You need 5 of these though to put them out. Got a set here of 5 plasters here, or band-aids. They can actually leave your hand now once you've got the set collection, and that's going to be really interesting if the patient gets cured, because you know you've only got 6 cards now and you've got low total numbers. If the card though has this little trash can icon on it, you can actually discard that and use the ability on the card, and that then can force an opponent actually to display a card from their hand. And that card that people have been displaying, you can actually use them as part of your diagnosis, which is interesting. So you could be bringing 5 cards from your hand and also pulling from your opponent's hand too. The reason you might want to do that is because they can stop you from ending the game if they can put another plaster card on your diagnosis here. So that's it's fairly interesting that way. Now the discard pile is in the centre, and if 10 cards go out, the patient dies, and then you're going to add up all of the numbers in each person's hand, and it's the biggest number wins here. So the doctor who had the diagnosis is going to have less cards in his hand, and he's probably going to lose. So this person's going to try and win. Now there's no real videos from any Kickstarters out there. It's kind of an indie project. It's the first created one from Flying Man Games here, but it has a small turn summary here, and so when you're pulling a card from the discard in the center, there is this eye icon. You're going to reveal a card, or an opponent reveals a card. You might reveal a card that's a really big card that you want someone to take off you, or something like this. Challenge, then you're going to stop someone ending the game early by matching the diagnosis, and maybe you feel like you want to end the game because you feel like you've got low numbers in your hand. That's the other way you're going to be doing it. Now, interesting quick play here, 35 seconds, let's have a look. So taking a card from the discard, it has this icon here, which lets the person have a look at their opponent. That one that's what they do. This person's challenging it by adding a card to the collection up here. Alright. You can discharge a patient, yes, and all that stuff. The patient can die. You can use cards that are displayed from your opponents as well. So there's kind of a lot going on. It's fairly interesting, fairly simple to play. Does have a little bit of strategy on what is going on, and you can be putting bad cards on top of the deck as well. There's kind of interesting things happening here. But It's fairly tense what's going on, actually. There's this gameplay video from the devs here. They are playing it on table something. You can, I think it is available for you to test out, and on all that kind of stuff. Now it says stretch goals here. It has they're trying to keep it as simple as possible. I would love it if they had a board for the centre for this area, because that's interesting that they could have done that. But I think they're trying to keep it as small as a deck of cards in a tuck box, and you would certainly have had to have shipping if you were going to do that. So yeah, try and collect a set of cards to put them out. Hope your opponents don't have a card that they can stop you from discharging the patient, and hopefully your cards are low enough that you could potentially win, or you keep playing until the discard area kills the patient, and then it goes to the highest numbers in the deck. So it's trying to not just collect these cards, but potentially get cards that are going to help you, get cards that have powers which are going to manipulate things around you. The deck's getting manipulated, and you can see what you can force your opponent to display cards that then you can use if you know. So there's kind of interesting things going on here, and it's not as simple as like gin rummy. It's kind of a little bit more advanced. You've got these powers, and you're putting the set collection things down. It has the fun of when you're making that diagnosis, that you can read out your prognosis of your diagnosis, and that's kind of interestingly, it can be kind of fun. And whilst playing as well, you can sit there and then like launch just get rid of all your cards for diagnosis, and boom, like you can empty your hand really quickly if you've been collecting. But it does have to swing back round to you though for you to end the game, to cure the patient. So you just got to be aware that when you do that you can't get stopped from another doctor who challenges you. But yeah, it's fairly interesting. There's not much videos on Prognosis Death, but I think it is a really fun, lightweight, small table presence set collection game, which I think has that air of tension and a little bit of thinky going on, because you've got a hand of cards that have all got powers, and you really trying to move things as you go through. It's interesting. I think you've definitely got to watch the playthrough video though. It's about half an hour though. It's a 3-player game they're doing, but it gives you kind of the aspects of the strategy involved, the tough decisions, and the cool kind of combos that you can put out there, and using the different powers of the cards. It is fairly interesting, but I think the very fact that you've got free shipping here makes it definitely something of interest, and I think this is a fantastic indie project that we have here moving into 2022. So yeah, let me know what you think about this interesting card game. Nice deck box, that's set collection, and it's really nicely competitive and a little bit thinky and strategic. It's fairly cool. I really like it. Simple but a little bit deep, and you might be feeling a bit you might get lucky with your draw, of course, but you don't know what your opponents have got, and you don't know what's going to be going out of the deck, do you? So, and there is that central discard area where you can pull cards from as well. So there's lots of interesting moments through the game. And of course, it ends fairly quick. I think it could be 10 minutes per player or something like this. I don't know what the player time is, but I think my only concern is the 4-player, because there's not going to be many cards to pull from. All the cards are in your opponents, but as you can use cards from your opponents, it doesn't matter that much. I think it's a kind of a cool dynamic that you can use cards that you spy from an opponent. It's fairly cool. So yeah, let me know if this Kickstarter's helped you discover this game, and have you ended up backing it because of it, because I definitely think it's a charming game. I think the theme is fairly light. It's more of just collecting things from icons and adding up numbers, but I think it is kind of charming, and when you put the set collection down, you make this prognosis. It's kind of funny, because some of them might be that the patient is feigning the injury, and they've come in pretending to be sick, and they end up dying. So there's kind of like fun thematic events that can happen in the game. So yeah, Prognosis Death, then a nice, cheap, free worldwide shipping, small box card set collection game that you can take on a holiday, take to work, and get it played in a lunch hour. So yeah, fairly cool. So that's Prognosis Death on Kickstarter. Do we recommend it? We do, if you like the your set collection games. I think it has that little bit of spark of newness, the fact that you can spy on your opponent's card and then use what your opponent has. So that's really cool. And you can hold back the diagnosis, hoping to get a bigger set so you can't get challenged and hopefully win that way. So there's like these really cool tense moments that you'll find in the game. It does look very cool. So yeah, we do absolutely recommend it here. It's only got 87 backers though. Well, when we recorded this video, and only a small but realistic goal of 5,000, because it is just a printing of a deck of cards. And who knows, I would have preferred to have a board or even a playmat as an add-on, but then it would incur a shipping charge, wouldn't it, if they did that? But it would have definitely made the game a little bit different. But I think it stands out though with free shipping, and props to the first-time developers on managing to get that out the door. So yeah, looking really cool. Love to know your thoughts though in the comments, and give this video a like if you like the content, and please think about subscribing to the channel, where we try and find these cool games and of course bring all the AAAs to your attention. And peeps, we've just done the best games of 2021 recently, and we're going to be looking at the worst games of 2021. Those games that brought in millions of dollars and had thousands of backers. But when I looked at those campaigns, they got me angry. That video's coming out very soon. The worst games on Kickstarter for 2021. Ouch, that's coming soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.